I hope we're not muted.
Well,
Are we
we'll have to
muted?
ask people if they can hear us. I don't think so. I think that's just like my normal phone.
Are you
thing.
sure?
I think so. We'll have to ask.
Are we muted, you guys?
Is this facing the right
Can
way?
you hear us?
Yes. For the people that just joined, can you hear us?
Can you hear what we're saying? Can you hear the words coming
Coming
out of
out of
my
our
mouth?
face? Can you hear us? Somebody
Can you hear
reply.
the words coming out of my?
I
You
can.
can.
All right,
Okay,
so,
Joe.
I don't know why that's
Fantastic.
there. There's a big square in the
Yeah,
screen
there's
that
a huge
says
square.
mute.
Yeah, and why is it there?
I don't know. I don't know
Okay,
how to
thank
get
you,
rid of it.
Bill.
Maybe it'll go away. on
Hi,
its own.
Dorothy. Okay. Hey, Dale. Okay, good. Everybody can hear
Everybody
us.
can hear. It's fine.
Because then Facebook's lying to us.
Well, I think it's just my phone. I think my phone is just.
Your phone is lying to us.
I don't know why it's saying that, but it's saying
Okay.
that everything's muted. And
You guys, I'm so pissed off at Nicole Wallace. And Nicole, no, seriously.
I know. I already had my rage last night.
I have every right to be mad at
I
this.
know.
She's a biatch. And you know what? She should be fired. She should be
Let's
fired.
back up.
No, in a sane world.
I know, but nobody knows what we're talking
All right,
about.
well, we're going to tell them. We're going to tell you guys. But in a sane world, I know you're. In a sane
It's
world.
so funny because I did exactly this last night, and so you're like
Well, I'm having
12 hours
I'm
behind
having
my
my
rage.
freak. I was sleeping. I'm having my freak out on air right now in front of y'all. I'm having my freak out because in a sane world, Nicole Wallace from MSNBC would be fired.
All right, let's explain why. So
She'd be fired.
Nicole Wallace, who is a hag.
Oh God, she's a sea hag.
I don't know if I don't think we can play it because I don't think it'll be loud enough for y'all to hear.
I think you should try.
All right, I mean, I can try. So this is something that she said on the air. I don't know who she was interviewing. She was interviewing somebody.
Nobody cares.
It doesn't matter.
She's interviewing another Trump
She was
hater.
interviewing somebody, and she said out loud,
These people are
I'm
insane.
going to turn it all the way up, and hopefully you can hear
Here
it.
we
If you
go.
can't, we'll tell you. But here it goes. Listen.
You guys ready for this?
Ready for this, Jelly?
You ready for this, Jelly? Here we
Here
go.
it
Everybody,
goes.
prepare yourself.
Okay,
prepare.
because it's right at the part.
Here we go.
You now have a president, as you said, talking about exterminating Latinos.
It's
Did
not
you hear that?
Even,
I'm
to
gonna
me,
rewind
it's not
it.
even a question.
Did you hear that
Latino
crap?
leaders
Hold
with
on.
immigration reform, with the
Listen.
Latino community, Latino leaders at the table. You now have a president, as you said, talking about exterminating Latinos.
It's not even, to me, it's
Okay.
not.
Okay.
If you didn't hear it, she said you now have a president who is talking about exterminating Latinos.
That's what she said out loud on the air.
Let's all take a moment.
Let's just take a
Can
moment.
we just take a moment right now?
That a journalist
A
on
journalist,
MSNBC.
like there are any journalists left in the world. A journalist.
that was the exact quote. Trump is talking about exterminating Latinos.
I'm sorry. When did he do that? Nicole?
So the way I saw this last night is that Greg Gutfeld retweeted this little video
What
clip.
the F is right, Margaret?
Yeah. He retweeted it and said, MSNBC might want to walk this back. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was a quote from Greg Gutfeld. So
And then they
I
might-
was like,
and then they might
what
wanna,
is happening?
Then they might want to fire her.
Well, right. So everybody, I mean, not everybody, but like reasonable people on Twitter started saying, how is this like allowed to happen? Is she going to apologize?
Yeah, so
she did.
reasonable people on Twitter equals 3 people.
Right, including Greg Gutfeld.
And maybe
us.
you.
So she did apologize, you guys, but the apology is just as bad. So she said, and I quote,
I swear.
I misspoke
Oh, you did?
about Trump
You did, Nicole?
calling for an extermination of Latinos. My mistake was unintentional,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry.
Was it unintentional? You hag, you
Here's where-
lying sack of crap.
Here's where it gets really good. Trump's constant assault
Really? When?
on people of color and his use of the word invasion to describe the flow of immigrants is intentional and constant.
I am so sick of this crap. I'm so sick of it because there is no constant assault. The constant assault is from the MSN, from the mainstream media, who's saying that there's a constant assault. There is no constant assault. There isn't. There is not a constant assault. They are constantly saying that there's a constant assault. Meanwhile, he's over there getting work done. This is what, or trying to, while they're constantly trying to get in his way, saying that there's a constant assault. Who else is sick of it? Raise your hand. I'm so tired of this crap. It's just a constant narrative. That's where the assault is. The assault is the constant narrative that they're trying to make up. I mean, what is it? The New York Times.
Oh my God.
It's like if you didn't think that they are controlling the narrative and making up this narrative all the time, and then there's just, it's like a narrative flow, you know, that the liberals are controlling all the time, which she's a perfect example of. Check out the New York Times. We're going to be talking about on the show today.
Yeah, New York Times changing their headline before their second print because people like AOC freaked out about how they worded a headline, which was completely accurate.
Yeah.
But they changed it because liberals, like all the presidential candidates and AOCs of the world, were like, it's like too nice to Trump.
Yeah, you were this nice to Trump, and we can't have that.
We can't have that.
So change it. And the New York Times were like, "Oh my God, I gotta change my
AOC's
tampon.
mad at us. Oh
I
my
gotta
God.
change my tampon. I'm gonna go." Okay, and so they did. And so they changed their headline. There is no such thing as journalism anymore. There's no such thing.
Oh, I haven't even told you the Dan Rather thing.
I can't deal. I don't know. My head's gonna explode.
It really is, because it gets so much worse.
Oh, good
but
Lord.
first, you guys will love this.
I
Scott
can't.
Adams responded to Nicole Wallace in the best way ever, because it completely just encapsulates the absurdity of her apology. So here's what he said. He said, "Apology accepted. Likewise, I would also like to take this opportunity to apologize to anyone I have accidentally accused in public of ethnic genocide."
I swear. I swear.
Because, I mean, nobody does that
I
on
know.
accident. You
I
don't do
know.
that.
No, you
That doesn't
don't.
happen
You
in
don't.
actual life.
This is the thing. And the fact that she said it, and
Yeah.
then she's like, "Oh, I misspoke."
I misspoke, but Trump was so mean that I couldn't help it.
He's
That's
so,
what she
You
said.
guys, he's so orange, and I just hate him. And so I just misspoke. I'm a journalist. I'm a journalist.
Okay, are you ready for
stand
more?
these people.
Because Dan Rather, you remember Dan Rather?
Oh, from such things as being a journalist once upon a time. Remember
Dan
him?
Rather, you guys, it just
Yeah.
gets so much worse.
Anybody remember him?
All right, Dan
Lord.
Rather said on Twitter, I was raging so hard. I was literally you last night on Twitter. I was
God.
raging about so many things. Dan Rather tweeted this. I'm not making this up. This is a direct quote. "To my fellow members of the press,
Oh. He's still a member of the press?
I suggest we refrain from quoting the president's words from prepared speeches into headlines and tweets without context. He sometimes says the right thing. The real questions are what he does and what he really believes." So Dan Rather, out loud, is saying to the press corps, hey, don't quote the president directly, because we need to interpret what he actually believes. We need to interpret that and not report what he's actually saying out loud.
Okay, so we need to interpret.
What
we need
is
to
even
interpret.
happening?
Yeah.
I can't.
So he's gone full back crap too.
What is happening?
Oh my God.
What is happening, you guys?
Yeah, everybody's going crazy. The left has gone absolutely back crap. They're off the edge. Off the edge. And what kills me is that people still watch this garbage. There are people who are they're tuned in to CNN and MSNBC, and they think what they say is the truth. They actually think it's the truth. Honestly, think about the coverage that you're seeing on the two shootings that happened over the weekend. Okay, like if you are an actual thinking, like cognitive human being, okay, and I look at data. I'm a big data girl. Like you look at what you're seeing, because you just have to soak it in and just see the level of coverage on the two shootings. How much more coverage are you seeing on the El Paso shooting than what you're seeing on Dayton? You cannot tell me that you're not seeing more about El Paso than what you're seeing on Dayton, right?
And you gotta ask yourself why.
Why is that? Why is that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's because the one in El Paso, it fills a need it fills their narrative. That's the one that fulfills what they want to push forth for their narrative, and that they run with it. That's all they're talking about. I mean, it's all they're talking about. They won't talk about the Dayton one because it doesn't suit their narrative, because that guy was a leftist, right? It was I hate even talking about.
I know we shouldn't even. Shouldn't even be a thing that we're discussing.
This is the thing. I hate talking about this. We talked about this briefly on our show yesterday, because I was like, listen, I hate that we even have to talk about whether these kids, these troubled, mental, psychotic kids, were either Republican or Democrat. I don't want to talk about any of that, because they were just troubled. They were troubled and they needed help, and somewhere along the line, they didn't get the help that they needed. As a mom, that's what I want to discuss, why these kids were so freaking troubled. you know? But we're not talking about that, because what happens is the left immediately goes to, were they right or were they left? Okay, well, let's talk about the kid who obviously, you know, was a white supremacist.
And who Trump obviously radicalized all by himself.
Yeah. And it was Trump's fault. We're going to run with that. And that's what they're doing. So this is all they're talking about. You know, they're not talking about the Dayton shooter.
And you don't think it incites people when Nicole Wallace says something like Trump is calling for the extermination of an entire race of people?
Yeah.
That's not insightful?
Yeah,
so Democrats or leftists are going to try to blame him for inciting hatred, and that's the stuff that they're saying?
Yeah, they're like, tone down the rhetoric.
Oh my God! How do they not see that is what they're doing?
Yeah, what in the hell? So what if an 18-year-old kid who is already troubled, who is Latino, watches that?
Yeah.
What?
And they're going to be like, wait, Trump said that? I'm going to go on a murderous rampage
Exactly.
now.
How do you think that's going to make somebody feel?
If they already have that proclivity, if they're already set hell-bent on doing something, that could send someone over the edge.
Especially when in fact he never did that.
Right. I mean, that's the problem. They're lying. They're lying.
This is the thing. She should be fired.
Yeah, she really should.
She should be fired.
Beyond the pale. It's totally beyond the pale.
Oh my God. It's so upsetting. So upsetting. As a human being, as a mom, she should be fired.
Yeah.
And if somebody on the right would have said that, if somebody on Fox News would have said something like that garbage on television about somebody on, about Obama, oh my God. I can only imagine what would have happened. And you know what? That person would have been fired.
Yeah.
It
wouldn't be tolerated. It would never be tolerated. And now we've got, what's his face? Castro's brother, Joaquin, releasing the names of donors to Trump.
Yeah. It's in our template today. Yeah, he's doxing people.
He's basically
doxing people.
Just because of who they support politically.
Yeah, and
in the wake of these shootings over the weekend.
That guy has no business talking about race or racism. His mother was the freaking founder of La Raza. You know? I mean, she hates white people. She basically hates a whole other race. You know? Don't talk to me about that.
This is like
you don't get to do that.
This is the most irresponsible thing I've seen a congressperson do this week, which is saying something, and he is getting called out like crazy, and also doubling down, saying, "What? I mean, there's no information that I released that's not public." No, that's not the point. There was only one reason he did that, and it was to incite people to target and take action against those donors. He cannot get around that. Like, there's no other reason to have released that list of names. He can't find one, and yet he continues to double down. It's unbelievable.
I don't need a Prozac for the record. I need journalists.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome.
Just FYI.
And by the way, Trump is visiting El Paso today, and like everyone in El Paso that is in a leadership role is dissing him for it. You got Beto being a complete dick. Sorry, but that's exactly what he's being. And then the mayor, everyone's being so awful about him coming to visit.
But see, what if he said, "Oh, I'm not going to go"?
Well, he would get a rash of crap for that too.
Of course. So what? I mean, he's damned if he does, and he's damned if he doesn't. I mean,
true.
This is of course he's gonna go. Of course he's gonna go.
Yeah.
He's gonna go and he's gonna visit with the families. Of course he's gonna do that.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob. And it's really asinine that these people are that Beto is like, you're not welcome here. Who says? There are people in El Paso that want him there. I was reading through I think it was because I always read the comments on stuff. I think it was Yahoo News or something. And I was reading an article about that very thing. And people all through the comments were like, El Paso here, he's welcome here anytime.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't speak for people because there are people in communities that actually, and people like y'all, so I know there are people out there who would welcome him. You know, I mean, I hate it when these politicians speak for people because they don't always represent the people.
Yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
I'm going to open up my Facebook again today to friend requests. So if you'd like to be my friend on Facebook, Rob Kendall.
I cannot believe we allow you to do this
So
crap.
if you'd like to friend request me, as long as you're a real person,
How are you going to tell? How are you
I've got my
us?
ways.
So listen, all you robots out there, you're not welcome. Yeah, you're not welcome.
As long as you're not a Nigerian prince,
You're like Trump in El Paso.
your profile's not in Arabic,
Yeah.
and you have to have a profile photo. I will be your friend.
Okay, he's got very limited standards.
Yeah.
So you have a photo. It doesn't matter if it's a real photo or not.
Rob Kendall.
Rob Kendall, everybody.
Do you know his handle on Twitter? What's his
At
name?
Rob M. Kendall on Twitter.
There you go.
I don't follow back though.
That's awful.
God, you are such a snooty
You
jerk.
know what? People are going to be like, but you guys don't follow back either. Let me explain. If you ask on Twitter, like if you specifically say, hey, can you follow me back? I totally will. If I see it, I will totally follow you back. It's just that I don't go out and like immediately follow back people when they follow. It's just, you know what I mean? But if you ask, I totally will. So
Okay,
I'm
if you
saying.
praise me, I will.
Oh
follow
my
back.
God.
On Instagram, I follow some people, but just not a whole lot. I just don't. But you should follow us at Chicks on Right.
Yeah, you totally should.
Rob Kendall on Facebook.
Get out.
It could be the best friend you ever had.
Bye.
Get out!
Bye.
Sorry.
You couldn't find us on Facebook? How can you not find us on Facebook?
But you're on Facebook right now. That's how you're
Yeah,
watching
that
this.
doesn't. Oh, you couldn't find Rob.
Oh, Rob doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You don't need to find
You don't
Rob.
need to find. He doesn't care on Facebook. Just find him on
Ignore
Twitter.
him.
Just find him on Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, so you know what I wanted to point out too is that for anybody that is angry, like at leftists who are complaining about, I think it is the mayor of El Paso who is agreeing to see Trump.
Yeah, but it was a she, right? And
Yeah.
she was like, but I'm still gonna have words with him.
Right.
Why? Why are you gonna do that?
This is the
because
thing.
she says he's not focusing enough on gun control and all this stuff, and I'm like,
He's
seriously?
there to comfort and
Yeah.
support the community.
Why are we having discussions about that right now? And listen, this is not about guns, y'all. It's just not.
Well, but what I was going to say is that it makes me think about how awful a lot of conservatives were to Governor Chris Christie when he welcomed President Obama after that hurricane. And I thought, and
Yeah.
this whole thing is just making me think about that again.
That's a great point.
Because I didn't like that. Like, I never had a problem with the fact that they had a bro hug. I mean,
didn't
there was
either.
a tragedy there.
I didn't either.
And I hated that there were so many people on our side that were mad at Chris Christie for doing the right thing.
Yeah, just do the right thing.
Just do the right thing. And that's what I expect of the leaders in El Paso. And that is what I expected of Chris Christie.
and the people of El Paso. I mean, they're
Right.
hurting. You know, they're hurting. They're mourning. Just everybody, just freaking hug it out.
For
crying,
real.
For crying out loud. And Beto's just being a total
Oh
jerk.
my gosh. And they're fighting
what
on
he's doing.
Twitter.
Yeah, but the thing is that Beto clearly, I'm sorry, but he clearly has been using this as
Oh my God.
to politic.
It's gross.
It is gross. I mean, he's finding every chance he can to get in front of a camera, and it's gross. It's just completely.
I actually said that to him. Like, I tweeted
You
that
did?
to him.
Really?
Yeah, because one of his tweets was just particularly gross, and I retweeted it, and I was like, "You're just gross."
It is gross. It's just stop it. It's if that's not obvious to you, if you can't see him doing that, then wow, then you're watching MSNBC too much.
Yeah.
You know,
where apparently Trump calls for the extermination of the
yeah,
terrorists.
exactly. Then you are brainwashed at this point, and you need to step away from that MSNBC CNN machine and take a few days to probably detox. Because damn,
For real.
yeah. Wow, what a morning! I swear, I just it's become full crazy, you guys. I don't.
Yeah,
It's
and
crazy.
It's just getting crazier. It's like when I think we've hit like full on crazy,
Something else like this
something else happens,
happens.
and I just cannot believe it. By the way, I'm going to say something like fun and like funny.
Is it about puppies?
No, but it's just a funny thing that I saw on Daily Mail this morning. Because, you know,
Really?
I like scrolled headlines, and there was a headline, I kid you not, it was a picture of Dakota Johnson. And
Oh
it
my god,
said,
I totally forgot about her.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there was like a picture.
She's the one that's in 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, 50 Shades.
Yeah.
And she's dating the Coldplay singer.
Oh, Chris
Martin.
I thought they broke up. They didn't break
No,
up.
they were just frolicking on a beach.
Oh, okay. They're dating. They're frolicking. This
They're
is what.
frolicking, but
But
the
the stars
headline-
are just like us.
The headline, you guys, I mean, this was like at the top of Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Said, how Dakota Johnson's tooth gap closed. And I was like, this is so 2019.
Oh my god.
I mean, we got like terror in New York City.
And I guarantee you, there's an entire article.
Oh yeah.
Like there's
a whole
paragraphs
thing.
upon paragraphs about how her tooth gap closed.
For real. And this was like at the top, the very top is a headline that talks about the frightening thing that happened in New York City last night, where
Yeah.
there was like a motorcycle backfire,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
People freaked out, thought it was a
But
it
her
was a
tooth
shooting.
gap. But her tooth gap.
Right underneath it.
I mean,
was how Dakota Johnson's tooth
How
gap
did it
closed.
happen, Mock? How did it happen?
I didn't read it.
Why not?
I just looked. I just saw the headline and I thought this is our world.
Yeah.
This is like the perfect. This encapsulates. our
And now
world right
everybody's
here.
going to leave this live, and they're going to go directly to Daily Mail, and they're going to be dying to know how did she
she fix that tooth
How
gap?
did she fix it?
I wish I could tell you, but I haven't read it.
You guys should report back. Call us on our hotline at 684-8444, area code 317.
All right.
Yeah.
we
Our
gotta go.
podcast went okay. We had lots of technical difficulties. Somebody asked how our podcast went. Oh my
Yeah,
God. We had
there
like
were some-
15 minutes worth of so many technical difficulties. We were trying to get the audio and the video to go. We were using Zoom. It's like, we just were like,
But I mean, the podcast itself
Yeah.
was fine.
it was
recorded
great.
Fine. It was
we
fine.
did like
It
a
was
30-minute good podcast. That was smooth because we can always, do the thing. but all the technical stuff, we just didn't. We were like,
We were hoping to capture some video, and I don't think that worked. So we're hoping that
we're
will
gonna
happen
get
next
that
week.
down because you guys always want to see our happy little faces.
Right. But
Yeah.
hopefully today we'll get a link, or hopefully it'll start appearing on the various platforms. We're
Yeah.
not entirely positive that it'll be today, but that is what we're hoping for.
Yeah, yeah.
So be on the lookout if you haven't subscribed. I saw somebody saw the trailer on Spreaker, I think, and so it's happening. Like, it's starting to be put out on all the various platforms. So it's the Mock and Daisy Common Sense Cast if you're doing a search for it.
Yes, go subscribe to that. And you guys, try to steer clear of the crazy today. Hugs for everybody. Hugs. It's our daily hug. All right, soak it in because you're going to need it because it's going to probably get even crazier today.
It's getting crazy all up in here.
All sorts of cray. We will talk to y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.